As soon as it comes up as playing. Some sweet beats. Hi, you guys. I'm Sai, and welcome to Ace Podcast Nation. On the channel, we got podcasts, interviews, content on all sorts of subjects, including mental health, serial killers, football, films, TV, wrestling, MMA, and much more. Today, we are talking trailers, specifically, he says, we're talking the Super Bowl trailers, which dropped on Sunday at the Super Bowl, which are always good, and plenty to talk about. So today, joining me to talk about these trailers, it is the podcast with no name, and I'm joined by Jamie. Welcome, buddy.
Hello.
How are you?
What's happening, Si? You right, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. I kind of
live.
threw it.
This is really strange.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I threw it on you like right at the last minute because I hadn't watched the.
I was in work and I was like, "Oh shit, okay, I'm gonna just say yes." Fuck yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. And the thing is, like I said to you and I said to Andy the other day, like people don't watch. It's just the same as what we normally do anyway.
Yeah,
but
just a chat, didn't it?
Yeah, that's it, mate. I literally I had so much fun like the last couple of weeks. The first week I did it with Andy. The week before last, we did it, and I used the normal software that we've been using. And then on Monday, just gone, I changed it over so that I could use the graphics and the intros and all this sort of stuff. But I could also, more importantly, go on Facebook Live as well, which meant like when we come off on Monday, we had a look and it was like just 1.1 thousand people had watched, which was really cool.
That is cool.
We normally do like somewhere between that and 2,000 for that show on YouTube, but like to do it live was awesome. And there was like loads of people in the comments. I see Johnny Wish is in the comments as well already. He's like he's always around and about. Joys of being divorced, he says. Indeed. Nearly there, mate.
Is there joys in being divorced? I don't know.
Yeah, like what I found on Monday, like obviously the Andy Campbell show is quite long. It's like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Because we cover everything and talk football and just goes on and on a bit. So what we found is people like dip in and out of it. So I think the peak of it was like right at the sort of first third where people were like the Cardiff stuff and all that type of thing.
Yeah.
And then people were like dipping in and out. But like, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? This one's going to be a lot quicker. We're going to go probably about an hour, maybe a bit less, talking some trailers. And there was some crackers, mate. Some crackers.
There were some really good ones. I just finished watching them like 5 minutes ago. So yeah, they're really cool.
I watched a couple of them. Like, see, one of the ones I watched was Top Gun. Top Gun 2, like, see, mate. Ooh. And I've never really been like a kind of like Top Gun guy, really. Like the original, you know, it's all right. Like it is not something we'll go back to a lot. It's like one of those ones which I probably watch like if I've had a few drinks at Christmas and it came on, it was on the TV, like, but it's not something that I would necessarily sort.
I watched that film a lot when I'm drunk because my friend Scott used to come home from town. He'd be like, Top Gun then. And next one I watched Top Gun for like the 14th time, and you're like, yeah, cool.
So well, we talked about that in I think it was the last show. I'm not sure if it was the last show or the show that we recorded, before, which I haven't put out yet, where we talked about what films we watched, like when we used to come home from the pub or whatever, and you've had a few beers and you chuck something on, like. And Lethal Weapon 3 was mine. I always used to put that on and just lay in my bed, pissed out of my skull, and just.
I watch that, which was good. Hot Tub Time Machine now when I'm pissed.
No, it's a good one. So go on, then. We'll start with Top Gun because I think that's going to be one of the quicker ones to watch, or to talk about, should I say? What did you think of it? Generally, just overall thoughts. Top Gun 2 after all these years.
The camera looks amazing. Like the action shots look absolutely insane. Like you can see like the fucking what's the shit going over the plane. You're like, wow, he's actually flying at like at that speed, and it's really happening. And it just looks like they've upgraded Top Gun, and you're like, yeah, cool. When you see the first
like
trailer, and he's like, he should be like a general, and you're like, oh, wait, what's he been doing then? So I was automatically invested in it. Like, what's he been doing then? Because
yeah, like you're kind of interested, I suppose, because like in all the time that's passed, you're right. He should be somewhere like a general or something.
Yeah,
I think he's a captain, isn't he? But like obviously at first time, the original Top Gun, like the special effects and that were all, shit hot. Like, so, in 2020 they're going to be even better. Obviously there's some big cast in it. Ed Harris, Tom Cruise. Yeah, like I say, I'm not a massive Top Gun guy, but I'll watch it. Is the other thing. I don't know what else to say because I'm not that into it. But I mean, you see the motorbike and you see the shades and the jacket and all this stuff.
It's just like fan pleasing, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is one of those films, isn't it?
There's a lot of fan pleasing in films now, isn't it? So as soon as you have anything remotely cool, you're like, oh wait, that takes me back to when I watched the original, and you're like, oh, that's cool. So then you're automatically invested in it. Like it's gonna do well, regardless, because it's Top Gun.
That's it, isn't it? Tom Cruise films always do well as well.
But his last couple have been bad, isn't he? Like The Mummy was real bad.
I like
at the box office. I thought it was alright.
Yeah, it was alright. I prefer the other Mummy films. I do. The what I tell you what I did like with it. I like Jack Reacher, and I'm kind of waiting for the third one of that because I quite like that. Yeah, Goose's son, which is an interesting. I wondered how they would kind of bring that character or family into it because obviously he was such a massive part of the original film, and his death is like one of those, isn't it? But his son's played by what's his name? Miles Teller. I think it's Miles Teller. I might be completely wrong, but maybe as people join in the comments and stuff as they join, they can let me know. And give the video a thumbs up, people, as you join, and give it a share, some comments or whatever.
I don't even know where my camera is.
Okay, so let's get on to the stuff which we are more familiar with. What should we go with next, mate? Should we go with let's go with the Fast and Furious stuff because that interests me, mate. That does. Because I don't know what else they can do with this fucking franchise. Just gets madder and madder every time. They got to go to space there.
Yeah, exactly. They got to go to space next because they like funny enough. We on mowing in work the other day. Like they started like nicking cars, and now they're doing heists, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, and that
like full on spy shit now, isn't it?
It's fucking madness. But you know what? It's like the Transformers films. They're fucking mad. Like they're actually mental. And then
but they went off the rails though, didn't they? The Transformer films,
but it's like it's robots who are cars or planes, and you're like, yeah, okay, it's mad. But well, I don't know what else anyone was expecting this. But like this shit, like in the trailer, when he's swinging on that bridge, and you're like, what the fuck? What are you doing?
I mean, the cast's always interesting. I think, obviously, although he wasn't in the trailer, I'd imagine like The Rock and Jason Statham will probably be back in it at some point, even if they come in at like the end. Because Helen Mirren's in it as Jason Statham's mum in it. Vin Diesel, and then you got John Cena joining the party, which is
I didn't kind of see
interesting.
Him, though.
You didn't see him?
I didn't know because you can't see me. Hey.
I like it. Yeah, no, it just looks it's crazy. The magnetic airplane to pick up
Man,
John
it's
Cena's
so
powers. I thought
fucked.
it's incredible. Like, but
It's just
yeah,
class.
it is.
Just more of that shit.
I
Like,
love watching them films back to back.
just give us more of that. It's just mad. I like mad stuff. See,
What did you think of Hobbs and Shaw?
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it
I
just
haven't
gets
watched it all
more
the
and
way
more
through.
ridiculous, doesn't it?
Like,
Haven't you? See,
I don't watch it all the way through. No, because I know it's not part of like the whole line in it. Like, it's part of it, but it's not in it.
yeah,
So I haven't really
yeah, it's
watched
like
it.
side
Yeah,
piece, and it's like
and I watched. I
I see
remember
when I saw the
when it was out, I watched a lot of the films of The Rock in like a row. I got a bit
yeah,
overkill with The Rock, so I just like, no,
yeah.
I'll leave it a minute, and I'll watch that and that, then back to back sort of thing. Like.
They it was weird, like because when I watched the trailer for Hobbs and Shaw, I wasn't like that hyped for it. I was a bit like, you kind of look like you're trying to go down the Avengers route,
Yeah,
with, like super soldiers and stuff. But like, there's a little bit of that. But
sorry, they got time travel in this one now. They
yeah,
must have.
they're
How the
gonna have
fuck's
it.
he back in it?
Oh
He
yeah, the
died.
hands back in he. But I just think they'll have say like because Jason Statham's like turning into the good guy now, isn't he?
Yeah.
So I just think they'll just sort of get around it by saying that he helped him fake his death or something.
Yeah.
Because he's the one who's supposed to have killed him.
Oh, yes, cat. Josh Murphy just fucking just scored the 93rd minute for Cardiff, 3-2.
I didn't know it was 2-2. I knew it was 2-1 to Cardiff. But,
Yeah, 3-2. 93rd minute.
Go on, my son. That's good. Josh Murphy's about time he bloody done something.
Yeah.
Excellent. So I promised no football, and there we go. Football. FA Cup.
But it just come through one in and scored at the top of the screen. I was like, oh, fucking.
Go on, my son. Yeah, so how do you think they'll bring Han in? Like, how do you think they'll allow for him to still be alive?
I don't know, because I was more or less convinced that was it. He was dead.
Well, the thing is, they fucked up the timeline, didn't they? With Tokyo Drift, when they all didn't come back for that, and they kind of fucked it up and killed him, and then he was back, and it was like, oh, this takes place before that and after this,
that.
and it's like, come on,
man,
get your shit together.
I think if they could erase Tokyo Drift from it, they would.
See, I like Tokyo Drift.
I like
as a film, but yeah, it just completely screws it up.
Worst one. The second one, bad. Like,
yeah, that is true. That is the worst one. Which is your favorite one, Jacken?
What's the one when they go to Brazil?
Yeah, I think it's 6, is there 7?
Yeah,
I quite like the first one, the Rock's in, where he starts off and he's chasing them and that. And then it progresses, doesn't it?
They are mad films, and I do like them. Just
it's
as
crazy,
you say,
mate.
it's something to throw on in the background. You're like, oh, cool. That's mad as fuck.
It. So yeah, just having a look now. People sharing. Give the video a thumbs up. People seem to be dipping in and out, waiting for the Marvel stuff. See, I reckon. There's another guy from Tokyo Drift. I forget his name, but he plays Lucas Black is the actor, and he plays. He's in NCIS and one of the spin-offs of that as well. Yeah, not LA. The other one, the newer one, New Orleans. I think it is. Yeah, he's like a southern. He's got like a real southern drawl to him, but he. Yeah, I think it just looks good, doesn't it? And like I think it is building towards that like kind of space adventure of some sort.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure I read that they're finishing at 10. Like,
wouldn't surprise
me. If people,
if they finish at 10, they'll bring like Idris Elba and they'll bring anyone who's still alive back
into the fold.
From like so like is Jason Statham's brother in it? Is he still? Did he survive? Because he kind of turned good in the end.
Yeah,
as well.
Sort of.
So I don't know if he's alive, and then you bring back, like Idris Elba and The Rock and Jason Statham, and you just have this massive.
How long before John Cena's part of the family? Because they seem to like doing that, don't they?
Yeah, they start where they have like an arc where they get their they kind of come back
Have a
around.
barbecue.
Yeah, they come back, and by the
Say
end of
grace,
they start
and they're all
off as
mates.
yeah. That's probably what you well. That's been like the theme of nearly probably I'd say at least
All of them.
75% of the films,
Yeah.
isn't it? Where the bad guy ends up being, or one of the bad guys ends up like helping them or being good or whatever. Like The Rock was kind of portrayed as this bad guy, wasn't he? And then he
He's
went
a cool
good,
guy,
and
now
yeah,
he's
it'd be
rogue.
interesting what they do now. Yeah, I do like them. I've watched them like back to back, like a few times, like not back to back, like but like in order. Like me and Becky have watched them a couple of times, like just in order, and just they're good, easy films to watch. And they've gone, like you say, from car thieves to like
Heist.
super spies on like these planes and stuff. One of my favorite scenes of all the series is when
Oh shit.
when he goes to go, he's dropped his phone. When he gets his when Vin Diesel goes up on the plane to fight with Charlize Theron to get his son back. That's wicked. That is the way
and
he does that with Jason Statham
on the fucking baby.
Yeah, just the kind of the shooting. Yeah, that's one of my favorite scenes. That is, and yeah, and Jason Statham as well. It's up there, obviously kicking ass. Very good, very good. But yeah, I think if they're going to finish on 10, space is the way to go.
Something in space, or on a boat or something, like just make you mad.
Yeah, just go all out in it to finish it off, like
in Armageddon when Bruce Willis has to go and save the world, and you're like, I just teach the people how to drill. No, man, send Bruce Willis up, and you're like, okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Do you know what though? Right, I wonder. Do you still feel like there's something missing without Paul Walker there? Or do you feel like they've got past that in terms of like just how the film feels? I know like obviously he's missed and that, but I just mean how the film feels. Do you feel like he's missing as a character?
Yeah, but also they give him a good send off, didn't they? At the end of
they did it really well.
So it was really nice.
In the film universe, he's technically still alive, isn't he?
Yeah.
He just drove off.
Yeah.
How do they explain that? Because Mia was in the last one, wasn't she?
And then she's in the trailer for this one.
So how did they explain that he wasn't in it? They just say, oh, he's with the kid or something?
They sort of glossed over it.
Because there was talk they were going to have his brother play the role, weren't they? Because they look quite similar. It's heavy though, that is, isn't it?
And you can see how they do with the CGI, like, well, no, like, it's really good.
Yeah, it's a bit heavy in it for his brother to play him. Like,
it's not the same, is it? Like, I'm not saying his brother's not a good actor or anything, but he's not going to be the same caliber. I'm not saying that he was a great actor, but
yeah, I know what you mean. It's big shoes to fill, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, do you want your brother to do it? Nah.
Well, I suppose if someone's going to do it, I wonder if like they could do a whole film roll of CGI of him.
They probably could, man.
Cost a fortune, that would, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? It would be like proper, like expensive. It's like do a whole film of one character in CGI.
CG, like face CG. See, it just got so good now.
Yeah.
Like The Irishman, the CG in that, brilliant.
See, hot take, I suppose. I didn't like that film. I felt like there was a lot of stuff which I didn't like, you know. One of the things is when they had, I think it was De Niro, he was beating the guy up outside the shop or whatever. He just looked old, like, and you could see it was actually him. Yeah, just like slow. Whereas, like, you compare it to like Goodfellas, and he was like vicious and stuff.
It is prime.
Yeah, I don't know. There was just something I felt like they could have used the CGI in certain places, or use a double for like some scenes, because it just felt like it was in slow motion, like the beating.
Yeah, you got Joe Pesci back acting, so that was cool.
Yeah, it was cool to see them all together again.
It was the first time Al Pacino's been in a what's it called film as well. Fucking Scorsese. Never directed him before until that one.
Right. You thought they would have.
You'd have thought they would have crossed paths at some point, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, I can't remember what the list was I sent you now. I shouldn't have taken it off my screen.
Quiet Place 2.
What was it?
Quiet Place 2, was that in there?
Quiet Place 2. I don't know. Did you watch Quiet Place 2 trailer?
Yeah, it was on in the Super Bowl
In that
thing.
video I sent you, what was it?
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
Looked alright, yeah. Because Jack Ryan's in it. I can't remember his pissing name. In The Office.
I know, Jack Ryan, that's a good series.
Again, that's on my list to watch and watch the
Great books. I really, really, really enjoy the books of them. And I've read the books, so the TV series had to do a lot to live up to it.
Does it live up to it?
It's decent.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's like amazing. It's good enough to keep me watching, but like not good enough that I think I wouldn't pick it over other stuff, if that makes sense.
I know you saying.
But it is good. Like, and like I think Amazon Prime is like low key underrated at the moment. There's some good shit on there.
Watch a lot on Amazon Prime. I'm watching a lot of kung fu films at the minute.
I watched go on.
I'm waiting for Ip Man 4 to come on.
Right, go.
I love them films. Have you watched them?
I haven't watched it. I've seen like bits and pieces of them.
They're on Netflix.
I've never watched
They're really cool. Watch them. They're really cool. And I'm big into kung fu films at the minute. And there's a good kung fu selection on Amazon Prime. And I'm like, yeah, okay. We'll watch it.
I watched Inception the other day. And I love it. It's my favorite film of all time. I just love it. And I'm kind of disappointed that they never made like a sequel of it or something. But then I read, because like obviously I watched it, and I was like, oh, I wish they'd made a sequel of this. And then I googled Inception sequel, and they said there's a new film. I forget what it's called now. It's called like Tenet or something, which is by the same director. And apparently it's going to be. There's rumors it could be like a low key sequel.
Ooh.
So, like what was that for trilogy of films? Glass and
Glass, Unbreakable.
And what was the one that they like didn't reveal it was a sequel until like the last scene of the film? I forget what it was now. Oh, that's good. Split,
yeah, Split.
And apparently the rumor is that this Tenet could be like a low key sequel to
about realizing
Inception, like where maybe it'll feature like his kids or something in doing like a different storyline, or like doing some tech shit, but not necessarily about dreams. And then it'll only be revealed like towards the end of the film that they're his kids and something like that. But like obviously they finished Inception with like a bit of a cliffhanger, like or one of them endings where it's open to interpretation, where they like you got the spinning top, haven't you? And you don't know if it drops, so you don't know if he's still in limbo or if he's escaped. I hate films like that. Tell me what the ending is. Like, tell me what the ending is. I don't want to interpret it.
I hate that. Like, no, you start a new series or something. Like Terra Nova. Do you watch Terra Nova?
I don't, but I watched Alcatraz and I thought it was fucking amazing. And then they ended it after the first season. And I was like,
and you don't know what the fuck's gone on then? I'm like, I need to know what's gone on.
See, I think TV broadcasters, when they sign these TV shows like that, they should make in the contract, they should say, if it gets cancelled, you have to do like a 2-hour
special.
Yeah, just to tie up all the loose ends.
Yeah.
Because the amount of times I've like, got into stuff and then it's been cancelled does my nutting. And like Alcatraz, I thought was amazing. And they just cancelled it out of the blue. Didn't like that, did you?
No.
You hated
the fact that they
cancel
stuff.
Yeah, it does. But they like just using Alcatraz as an example. It had like a massive cult following, but the ratings weren't that great. But then that was just at the time where the way people watch TV series was changing. So like we didn't used to watch it on TV. We used to watch it on like streaming services or on the internet or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like the way people consume their TV programs now has changed completely. And
I don't watch normal TV anymore. really.
I said this to you the other day, didn't I?
Yes,
I can't
I
even
stream
remember
everything, man.
Can't remember the last time I watched like live TV. Cannot remember, other than like football and that.
Oh, I recorded Baghdad Central last night, and I watched that tomorrow
See,
probably.
show my
That's
age. If I had said that sentence, I'd have said I taped it.
yeah.
Just recorded it on my VHS.
Yeah, I recorded that yesterday. I watched that in the morning now before work.
Right, so
Oh, fuck
I'm
me.
trying to bring up my list of Facebook, which I sent you earlier with all the things we're going to
I
talk
should have
about.
written it down.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. So we had like
Minions.
Minions. God, you talk about Minions.
You mentioned Minions a lot. Like, to be fair.
Yeah, it's because you like all them, don't you? Like Minions and Toy Story and that.
I love Minions. Yeah.
What do you think of the Minions?
It's just milking the cow in it. Do you know what I mean? It just they know us.
Yeah,
They know it's going to make money, and it's the Minions. They can sell more stuff, and it's introducing Gru as a child, so that's cool.
So what will that be? That will be like a.
It's a prequel.
Like a prequel type thing, is it?
Yeah.
But have they done a prequel already?
Minions was the prequel in it to introduce them to show who the Minions, like they always followed the big bad on it, because the Minions, if you remember, like the Minions film, it catches Gru at the end, and he's a kid because he nicks the crown, doesn't he? If I remember correctly. Yeah, and then it obviously they follow then Gru because they follow the leader, don't they?
Got you.
So, yeah, and
my kids will love it as well. Like,
yeah,
I'll watch it. I 100% watch it, but it's not one which I like kind of look out for. Like, but like 100%, I'll watch it when it's in the cinema or when it first like comes out and that. The obviously we had the James Bond trailer.
Yes, we did.
That looked pretty sweet.
That does look sweet.
It's weird. Like, I went through this period where, like, when I was like younger, I used to love James Bond, and a teenager, and I used to love James Bond, and I used to love watching him. And then I kind of went off him when Pierce Brosnan became Bond. But my mate Ian, shout out to Ian David. We used to have him on DVD, and I used to watch him like pissed up and that. And yeah, I got back into him then, and I love him now. I watched them all, the Daniel Craig ones, just before Christmas, and I was like, oh, I can't wait for the next one. It's gonna be real good.
Spectre wasn't my favorite of the Daniel Craig ones.
No, I'd say it's not like amazing, but
Quantum of Solace is my favorite. I love that.
Good one.
And then
which is the one where
Skyfall.
What's her name dies?
Casino Royale.
That's quite good. I like that.
I do like to see it. That's my third favorite out of the four, and then Spectre's my least favorite.
See. So, what did you make of the trailer?
It's just James Bond, and it just
stunts and shit.
Yeah, it's cool. Like, but he hadn't gone Pierce Brosnan crap with him, because he had invisible cars and stuff. And you're like, what's going on? And that's when it started getting a bit unbelievable. But with this one, I can actually believe that Daniel Craig is doing all this.
Yeah, like doing the stuff and that. It's funny though, because like he got criticised a lot, Daniel Craig didn't he, for his portrayal of James Bond. But actually now people don't want him to leave.
No.
But I think he's had a titful. Like, I gotta say, I don't think he wants to stay.
It was his fifth film in it, so he's done his bit, like. And it must be hard work, because you James Bond, didn't you? So everyone's sort of like, oh, it's James Bond.
Do you think they should give it to Idris as the next one?
I don't know who. My friend in work, Dan, he said Eddie Redmayne, and I was like, yeah, okay, I can go along with that.
Yeah, I quite like the idea of Idris Elba, and obviously he's he's an awesome actor as well.
He's a
and he's
brilliant actor.
such a big actor as well. I think it'd be good. The trailer itself, I think, is pretty good. It doesn't give you a lot about the story. But I wonder whether they're going to kill him off. I do. I think because they never killed off a Bond.
They're not going to kill him. They're not going to kill him because Danny Boyle wanted to do that. That's why he was taken off the film.
Yeah, but they can, because in my opinion, isn't 007? It's not like a.
It's a code name, isn't it?
It's a code name. It's not like James Bond is the code. It's a code name. It's not his real name. So it'd be quite interesting to have a James Bond film where you find out who the person is who's playing, who's doing Bond, and find out, and something from his past or whatever, it comes back to haunt him and whatever, and you do it that way, and then he dies, but he dies as his real self, and
because he's in 007 in this one.
He is. I know he's lost it. Yeah, he's lost his title.
He lost his 007. He lost his 002. That girl.
All right,
so that's cool. Yeah.
So see, I could see people getting shitty with that and being like, "Oh, why are you making it a woman?" Blah blah blah. But it's a code name. It could be anyone. It could be whoever. It could be male, female, black guy, white guy, whatever. I personally still think Idris Elba is the guy. He's the guy that should be getting it.
But I think he's brilliant. But will he do it?
Yeah, I think he would. I think
because you always get the same. Whenever it's a James Bond film or a British film, you always get the same names: Idris Elba, Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy would be good just because he's so good at. He's such a good actor.
I love him. Legend, but fucking brilliant.
So Johnny Wish, only Johnny Wish can, says, should they make it a bird? I'm assuming he means should they make what's his
James Bond.
James Bond a female, the new James Bond a female. I personally, only for my personal taste, don't think they should. I
think they will eventually.
Yeah, I think they will as well. And I think to me, all the books and all the films is James Bond is a guy. And I don't see the need to change it. But I wouldn't have a massive issue if they did it. I wouldn't be like, oh my God, I can't believe they're doing this. Politically correct bullshit, blah, blah. It doesn't bother me.
No.
But I also think that they probably should just leave it.
Just leave it alone, yeah.
Why change what's working? He did clarify, he said, Bond is a woman.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think James Bond looks good.
What woman should it be? If you're going to have a woman Bond, who would you have?
Keira Knightley. She was just the first British woman who came to my head.
Emily Blunt.
Yeah. What's that? I can't remember her name. It won't come to me. But yeah, Emily Blunt could be a good one. Or Hayley Atwell. So
that'd be really cool.
She's good at everything, so.
And she has really nice boobies.
So there you go, James. Politically correct. But she is awesome. She's just, I really like her as what's her face.
I just started Agent Carter now on the TV as well.
That's another one which was really good. I always thought they should find a way to move that into the main Marvel TV shows and that. Oh, look at that, James. We've got some more people have just joined just in time to hear you talk about Hayley Atwell's boobs.
Nice. They're very nice boobs.
Perfect timing. It's a compliment. So, people watching, if they made the next James Bond a woman, as Johnny West asked, because he asked the question, should they? What female actress should play James Bond? Or not James Bond, be 007? We said Hayley Atwell. What were our choices? Hayley Atwell, Emily Blunt, and Keira Knightley. That's a good choice.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, I do think it's got to be either a British woman or a woman who's got very good at a British accent. My personal, I think, out of all those three we just said, Hayley Atwell, Evangeline Lilly.
Yeah, she'd be cool as Bond.
Yeah, I wonder if there's any like young British actresses coming up who could play. What's the woman who plays Doctor Who called? Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah.
Maybe she's not big enough, do you reckon? Like as a name?
Well, Doctor Who's massive, isn't it? I didn't realise how big it was. It's like weird.
Yeah, it is. It's big in America as well, isn't it? I think
as a male Bond as well, bit left field. Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, not a bit left field. I think that's a pretty good one. He's old enough now, isn't he? My argument would be is he is he worn enough? Is he too baby faced? Maybe. I tell you what I think would be a good one.
Yeah.
Is Cillian Murphy? I think Cillian Murphy. I think would be a good James Bond because he's just an awesome actor. But I actually think what's his name? I've forgotten his name now. Fassbender.
Mike Fassbender.
Yeah, I think he'd be a really good Bond. I think he's got the right level of.
He would be a good Bond.
Tobey
Maguire would be Tobey Maguire. Tom Holland will be James Bond one day.
You reckon?
Yeah. Seems like the natural progression, doesn't it? Who's the guy who plays Billy Elliot? What's his name?
Jamie Bell, is it?
Yeah, he's a good actor. You got Robert Pattinson that was Batman. Like,
yeah, that's a bit mad, though, isn't it?
Cool though.
It is. It's like, especially when you're like our age and you've seen him grow up, haven't you? Basically, like, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, of female Bonds. Who would make a good female James Bond? I just don't know. I like Hayley Atwell for it. I gotta be honest.
You want to watch The Mandalorian, yeah, have you?
I haven't, no.
There's a next MMA fighter in that. Gina Carano, is it?
Oh yeah. Gina. What's her name? Carano.
She'd be cool as fuck, is it? Because she's awesome in that.
Yeah, she's cool as well. Who else we got?
Ronda Rousey. Like,
yeah, maybe.
If you're going down like the action route, like.
Yeah, it's a bit more tricky then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bond as a woman. Who could we pick? So, right, come on, Johnny. Johnny, you asked the question. Who would you have as a female Bond? Like, who would you be? Who would be your pick? Florence Pugh.
Who she is?
Florence Pugh is. She's in Black Widow. She's the Black Widow's sister.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Rachel Weisz, who's actually married to Daniel Craig in real life.
She is, isn't she? I thought she retired from acting. She don't see her much anymore.
Priyanka Chopra. Apparently, she's said she would like it. I don't know who she is, actually. Gotta be honest. Come on then, Johnny. Who would your choice be before we move on? Come on, lad. Who would it be? Because I'm going Hayley Atwell at the moment.
Yeah.
There you go. Johnny Wish makes his choice. Gillian Anderson. That's a shout and a half.
That is a shout and a half.
I like that. Would she be able to do the action scenes though? But then they use stunt doubles anyway. So okay. Oh, I don't know if I want to stick with Hayley Atwell now as my choice. Oof.
That's a good shout.
So if it was a male, I would go with Idris Elba. If they are going to go down that route of female, which I don't think they should, I think they should go with. I'm going to change my mind, and I'm going to go with Gillian Anderson. I think she'd be a good. No. Hayley Atwell. Hayley Atwell. Definitely Hayley Atwell. Who would you pick, James? If you were picking male or male and female for the next Bond?
Male. Eddie Redmayne, because I've got that in my head now.
Okay.
And I've had it in there for a while. And Emily Blunt for my female.
Shouting off. I like it. So to finish off, we'll talk some Marvel. We've saved it till last because it's the stuff we love to talk about. We talk about it every show, every episode.
But no matter what we're on about, we always come back to Marvel.
We always come back to Marvel, just like we came back to Agent Carter just now.
We didn't talk about SpongeBob trailer.
They're all the bloody same. They are.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
can't be having SpongeBob. They're literally all the same thing, all bloody time. So the Marvel part, it was very much a Disney Plus trailer, really, wasn't it? It was
30 seconds.
But it had a shitload of stuff in it.
And had loads of stuff in it. WandaVision looks amazing.
It looks crazy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, like, in WandaVision, if we start with that part of it, it looks like she somehow gets sucked into, like, her reality magic-y thing. And she's in a house. Vision's still alive. It's all black and white, except she's in colour. And she looks, like, surprised, so she doesn't realise she's doing it. And then it's like a 50s sitcom, and then it kind of progresses into like a 70s sitcom, and then an 80s sitcom, and then a 90s sitcom with like a Roseanne type vibe to it.
Did you see it? It's like Dick Van Dyke Show, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Brady Bunch, Roseanne, and I can't remember the other one.
But then as it progresses through each decade or each like different era, she like things change. So you see there's in
the original costume
the 80s one, you see that looks like they're going to kind of tease it by it being like a Halloween costume or something.
Yeah.
You saw some dummies levitating, like baby dummies, as if they're going to do the twins. She also looks pregnant in one of them. So they're obviously going to do the twins and stuff. It'd be interesting because I'm pretty sure that they're going to find a way for the twins to go from the kind of chaos magic and not being real to being real.
Yeah.
And then they'll be in the Young Avengers film, which is, the way they're going with them. That's why they escalated the age of Ant-Man's daughter and
yeah.
And also the one from Captain Marvel, the little girl is in this, I think. But Monica Rambeau, but she's she's grown up and she works for SWORD, which is really cool.
That's the space one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. And obviously they teased that at the end of Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Post-credit scene, and it'd be awesome if they could make it so that when they do the SWORD TV show, which they'll probably do like next year or something, it'd be really good if they could, like, when Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. finishes this year, like wraps up its run, if all those actors kind of get put, like all the ones who are still alive at the end of the series, they go into the Agents of S.W.O.R.D. show, and then Agents of S.W.O.R.D. is the way they bring in like your Daredevils and all those different people to kind of get all those actors who were in the like The Punisher is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. It's so good, and he is so good at playing the Punisher that nobody could now play the Punisher ever again.
Yeah,
and be accepted from me at least, because he was the best Punisher, and the show was so good. And I'm really pissed off that like Netflix fucked them over, because obviously Marvel wanted to move it all to Disney Plus, and they would have put like Daredevil and all the Netflix shows would have gone to Hulu because they're not suitable for Disney Plus. Fair enough. Marvel had it in a contract for however many years, and then Netflix rather had it in a contract. So then, because Marvel then said, "Well, we'll take them off Netflix, and we'll cancel them." Netflix cancelled them before that, and then they can't use the characters for a certain amount of time. And
it's like 2 years, isn't it?
Yeah, bastards.
So this is like the last year, is it? Of like
this year they can start, like basically next year they can start filming.
Because they can't even do production on anything yet. Like they can't.
It's got to wait until the end of 2020, I think, isn't it? Which it gives them stuff to do, and like when you think, like by the end of say 2022, they could do this amazing like Disney Plus type of Avengers
Yeah.
program.
Event.
Where you could have like the Defenders, and you could have the Punisher and X-Men characters who are not in the main films, and you can use some of the main film characters, but they can literally, between Disney Plus, Hulu, and the films, they can make like the comics, and I think that's the aim, isn't it? Is to and then that's what it should be like. Like in 2020, the way it is in the comics is how it should be in the on the TV and films and stuff. It should all be linked and overlapping and stuff like this. But yeah, WandaVision looks just mad. So how do you think it's going to work? Like how? Because it did look as if she didn't know she was doing it.
I think it's going to be tying in with what's it called?
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. Yeah, I think.
Right, it finished. The last episode is like supposedly going to be like a week before Doctor Strange comes out.
Makes
or like
sense.
a 2 weeks. So I think it is going to go directly into. I wouldn't be surprised if he does like like what Nick Fury did in the first season of Agents of Shield, where he just turns up in the last episode to help out. Like, wouldn't be surprised if that happens, or Doctor Strange is like the post-credit scene or something. But I wonder whether the woman in it, I forget what her comic book name is, but she's like the bad guy of the series. She somehow is like not forcing, but like bringing out the chaos magic from Scarlet Witch. And that's how she ends up. And then she realizes she can do it. And then she kind of masters it then over the next few series and films. And she uses it to access the different multiverse and stuff. And it looks like they're going to do like a cross of so in the comics, there's two grey visions, or like two sort of different versions of Vision. There's one where he's completely white, and he's basically the same, but he's got no emotion.
Yeah.
So he's just completely, just as it is, just like a robot.
Yeah.
And then there's another one, which is where he goes and makes his own family of like mini visions and stuff. And I think it'll be like a cross of that, and then obviously her chaos magic. But you'd imagine that at the end, when her magic goes, like she stops doing it, that they'll have Vision and the kids will somehow be, like real life, or they'll come to life, or because they're going to I would imagine, bring Vision back.
I think that's what they're going to use the multiverse for.
What, to bring him back?
Yeah, I think they might try and bring them all back, to be honest. Like,
someone told me, I can't remember where I saw it, but there was like this big theory about how the Black Widow's, she's not dead, and she'll come back. Like, it'll be revealed at the end of the film.
It might be. I was going to say, it might be an end credit scene now in a new film.
See, I think it's more likely that they're going to just bring in, by the end of the film, Florence Pugh.
Yeah,
who plays like
Black
the blonde
Widow.
one, is going to be the new Black Widow. But who knows? What did you think of the extra Black Widow footage that we got to see?
That looks cool as shit.
It does look awesome, doesn't
it? I wasn't really like overly keen off. I'll go see that straight. I might midnight there. I did say I wasn't going to do midnight showings again after Star Wars because I was so tired the day after that.
Did you fall asleep in it?
No, I don't. I worked all day on the Wednesday, and I went straight back to work again at 10 o'clock on Thursday, and I was fucking shattered. By 8 o'clock, I was on my ass. So I was like, no, I'm not doing it again because I'm always tired.
But you will.
Yeah, I think I will. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it looks like it's going to be very much based around how she went from being an assassin to like the good guy. But it'd be very interesting
because it's the timelines between Civil War and Infinity War, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's also got like the flashback, I think, to like when she was little, and Like
The
there's
Red
like
Room.
I think the impression I got from reading about it was there's like 3 timelines throughout the film. It's like her training, if you like, becoming a Black Widow and meeting the Red Guardian, and then becoming a family, and then her ultimately leaving. Then you've got the timeline in between Civil War and Infinity War, and then modern day as well.
Yeah.
Or it can't be modern day, can it? Because she's dead.
She's dead.
But I think it'll finish in modern day with Florence Pugh kind of being introduced to Nick Fury or Maria Hill or something. Like they'll somehow link it up that way.
Yeah.
That's how they'll like an after credit scene. It'll be like Maria Hill saying, "Oh, we'll give you a call when we need you," or you know, something like that. We got a tiny little bit of Loki and also the Winter
Captain
Soldier
America,
and Falcon one.
Yeah.
And there was a little glimpse of Captain America from the back walking onto an American football pitch, but you couldn't see who it was.
No.
Because there's like a bad Captain America, which is some other guy. I can't remember his name in the comics, who basically is when Captain America dies, the government and William Hurt's character get this new Captain America, and he's not a good guy or whatever, and do that kind of thing before Falcon. Or see, I always thought the Winter Soldier would have been a better choice. I know that Falcon's been Captain America in the comics as well, but I always thought that the Winter Soldier taking it over was the way to go because they hinted at it so much as well.
They both have, haven't they? At some point in the comics.
I'm
sure I read that.
They have both. Oh yeah, in the comics they both have. But like, you know, like throughout certain films, like Winter Soldier film, like there was little glimpses, like the Winter Soldier would hold the shield, and like just like a lot of the stuff which Marvel normally does when they're like building up to stuff, they like give you little visual.
I wasn't expecting any footage from there yet, and it was really cool to have some footage. So I was like, that was a nice surprise to have any footage of.
Yeah, it was just a little bit, wasn't it?
I thought we'd have had a lot more of Loki than we did. So that was also really cool.
Yeah, it was good. The Loki series I think will be interesting. You only really got to see, all you saw is Loki say, you know, I'm gonna cause all sorts of shit.
Burn it to the ground. You're like, oh, okay. You can do that. I'm okay with that.
Well, it's a weird thing, isn't it? Because like this Loki, who's in this series,
is
the one who hasn't had the redemption.
No,
he's the one who was trying to get the Earth to, in the original Avengers, trying to get all the humans to, to just bow down and all this sort of stuff. So you haven't got that redemption arc, which is a bit disappointing because I really liked good guy Loki.
Yeah,
where he was every time, like he built up, didn't he? Where he initially, when he saved Thor, it was because it helped him. Then the next time, it was kind of like a bit of both. And then by the last time, when he sacrificed himself and died, it was a full-blown gesture of heroism.
Yeah.
And then they've kind of undone that by. I'm glad he survived. So they found a way for him to live, but I'm a bit disappointed that it's the one without the redemption.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I think in the series, like what will happen is he'll start off bad, he'll do some mischievous shit as Loki does, but then by the end of the series, he'll do something like too far, or he'll get involved with someone who's completely off the charts crazy.
Yeah.
He'll realize and then kind of come around and save the day. So by the end of phase 4, when phase 5 starts, after all the films and TV which have been announced officially are over, who do you think will be who's officially dead or out of it? So Iron Man, Captain America, Black Widow, Vision. I don't think there's any others. Out of all them, do you think any of them will be back in it, like and alive and properly, or just back in it on a regular basis?
If any of them, Black Widow.
So I think Vision comes back.
I do think Vision will come back, but not as Vision.
Okay.
It'll be like a different,
like a
version.
Less emotional version.
Yeah.
Like a robot version.
Yeah.
That'd be controversial.
I think they'll go to Wakanda and they'll build another one.
Yeah, I think I don't think Black Widow will come back.
No,
I wouldn't be surprised if this Black Widow film does really well if they do another Black Widow film.
But with the other one,
with the new one, or they do like another prequel from when Black Widow was like in her early 20s or something, and do like a spy mission. If they don't tell the Budapest story with Hawkeye in this film, they could easily make a film about that. I think Tony Stark will come back as like an AI. I think it will turn out, because he was prepared for his death and stuff. Like he left that message for his daughter and
that's a good
his wife
point,
and that.
actually.
I think he'll come back as like a hologram and be the new Jarvis. So he hasn't got to film as much, but he's still a big part of it. Especially when they do the young. I think they'll bring that in when they do the Young Avengers, though. So when they do the Young Avengers in like Phase 5 or whatever, they'll reveal him as like the
more,
equivalent of Jarvis.
Yeah, I want to just see more. What's his face?
Ant-Man.
Yeah, I want to see more Ant-Man. I love Ant-Man.
Yeah, he is awesome. He's a funny guy. He's just really good, isn't he? I like him and Wasp together. I quite like the combination of them two and Michael Douglas as well.
Yeah.
Right, James. Sorry to interrupt you, mate. What? Just before we finish.
Yeah.
Tell me in immaculate detail how you would start bringing in the X-Men and Fantastic Four people, and in what films you would do it and how.
I think they're going to get introduced in Doctor Strange.
So what, like a glimpse just in like another universe type
in another
thing.
universe. But I think that it's going to get so knackered up, like the universe, that that's how they're introduced. Because I can't see how they can introduce X-Men into this one without it being, because, well, actually, we don't know if there was mutants all along.
Well, they retconned it, didn't they, in one of the prequel comics to, I think it was Infinity War, or it might be an Endgame. They retconned it so that Scarlet Witch is actually a mutant, but they haven't said it in the films yet.
They weren't allowed to use the word mutant, were they?
No,
that was the deal they had with Fox.
I think they'll bring in. I think Storm will be in Black Panther 2. I think they will just bring her in as a member of, either just someone who lives in Wakanda, and then they'll develop her powers, like she discovers them, or she's kept them secret because she didn't want to be a warrior or whatever, or she'll get her mutant powers during the film, and they'll do it that way, or she'll be like a leader of another tribe nearby, like near another country, like close to Wakanda or something like that, and they meet and they'll get married and get together or whatever. She'll be the first one to come in. I think the Fantastic Four guys could come in.
That's
maybe Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Possibly just as like a glimpse of them, maybe like Reed Richards meets Peter Parker just in passing during Spider-Man, and then they go from there. But I think they're gonna have to break the multiverse in Doctor Strange, maybe because of Endgame, and that's what, and that and a combination of Scarlet Witch, and then that's what kind of breaks the multiverse.
Yeah,
and they can do a bit of crossover stuff, and I think like the opportunity to bring in the Sinister Six and the Spider-Man and Venom and stuff is too great. They've got to do, when they break the multiverse, if they bring in the X-Men and Fantastic Four by breaking the universe, they've got to bring in the Sony characters as well.
Yeah.
Even if it's just for like 2 films or something.
Yeah. I totally agree with that.
And Deadpool, obviously. Deadpool's going to be...
I think what I want to do with Deadpool is have him as like the fucking Stanley. He just appears in every film.
Yeah, that'd be quite cool. Yeah, that would be quite cool. I just look forward to like the Wolverine and Deadpool first meeting, especially if it's not Hugh Jackman, because I think that'll be awesome. And also the Deadpool and Spider-Man team up.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how true it is, but apparently Hugh Jackman's had talks with Disney.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. He said for years that he wants to be in the MCU as Wolverine, and then it just turned out that when he ended his run with this awesome film Logan as Wolverine, and they finally got the deal done. And it's like, I wouldn't be surprised if he came in for like a short run and then kind of passes over the mantle to the girl who was in Logan.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good way to do it. He almost tell the Logan story, but like in modern, like in the MCU sort of thing, like within other films sort of thing. But I don't know, it'd be interesting. I'm really looking forward to seeing how they bring them all in and stuff. But yeah, what do you think last question I made? What was the best trailer that you saw over the Super Bowl weekend?
It's gotta be Fast and Furious, isn't it?
I was going to say WandaVision was awesome, but Fast and Furious was just insane for like 30 seconds or whatever it was.
It's just madness.
Yeah, they gotta be in space, man.
It's fucked. It's so funny. I love them. I can't wait. I hope they just don't stop making them. Let people go to watch them and just keep going in it.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Okay, James, tell people where they can find you on Twitter.
At Jamo Cardiff 2011.
It's also on the screen by there.
It's also by there, yeah.
And cool Welshman.
Yeah, cool Welshman. I am cool and I am definitely Welsh.
Indeed. You can find me on Twitter at ACEcast_nation. Give the video a thumbs up, share, like, whatever. And please subscribe to youtube.com/AcePodcastNation. That's the best way to support the channel. We've got new series and shows coming all the time. Going to be going live much, much more. It's just more fun, more daring. And it means I haven't got to edit shit, which means less stuff for me to do. Today's show, as always, brought to you by Away Day Apparel, awayDayApparel.co.uk. Visit the website, loads of cool t-shirts and stuff, especially with the Euros coming up. They got some awesome stuff planned. And also follow on Twitter at Away Day Apparel and Instagram at awayday_apparel because they've got some cool shit coming. Jamie, thank you for joining me, my friend.
No, the pleasure is mine, Simon. Thank you.
It's always a pleasure and it's always a good time. Thank you to everybody who's popped in and out to watch. Johnny Wish for commenting. And we'll see you all next time.
Bye, guys.
Cheerio.